Welcome to Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.
Payments today are about a lot more than simply processing a transaction. Dealers are thinking about compliance, accounting, and creating a better customer experience. As those needs continue to evolve, so has Dealer Merchant Services, which is now Priority Commerce Automotive. Joining us today is Tom Priore, who is the chairman and CEO of Priority Commerce, and Amberly Allen. You've seen them both here before on CBT News. She's the managing partner of Priority Commerce Automotive, to talk about the rebrand, what it means for dealers, and where automotive commerce is headed. Thank you both for joining me in the studio once again.
Thrilled to be here. Thank you so much, Jim.
Great to see you, Jim.
Congratulations on the rebranding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, as you know, Dealer Merchant Services had tremendous growth, and me trying to navigate payments and understand it all, I knew I needed some help.
Sure.
So with Priority, we have now a 400-person development team.
Wow.
An in-house legal
nice.
team.
Yeah,
I know.
that's very
helpful
nice.
to navigate all the evolving technology as well as the integrations, all of those pieces of it. And so we also wanted to bring the name of the company into what we feel like is the future of automotive commerce. And so we're no longer just payments. We are even, of course, moving past surcharging. I mean, we can do payments with our eyes closed. So credit card processing, both surcharging and traditional, but now we have a lot more things to offer the dealer body.
Okay. Do we want to jump into those things?
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Let's go, Tom.
Yeah.
So, Tom, talk to us about what commerce means now.
Modern commerce in automotive is more than just accepting credit and debit cards. You want to have visibility to cash flow across all of your departments, particularly service, which is now 50% of the average dealership's gross profit.
Yeah, for sure.
And not just across all those departments, but across all your locations. So our technology allows for one command center to see all of your departments, all of your locations, all of your money in every day, even on weekends and holidays.
Nice.
And from that location, pay your bills, invest excess cash flow to really optimize the financial performance at the dealership.
Yeah.
And that can all be controlled by the CFO and every controller in your location. So
That is a very nice
that's
feature.
elegance.
Yeah.
And that's what automotive commerce
Yeah, that's very
should
nice.
be.
Very nice. I see you shaking your head. Did you want to add to that?
Yeah, we hear from controllers all the time that it's just a fragmented system, that they just need more visibility to be able to make better decisions. And you know, with the average car being 75,000, you can see a swing. One day they're doing well, and then 3 days later they're low 300,000 in cash flow. I was just talking to a 12-store CFO the other day. So they just need more visibility in having it all in one place for them to see it.
Yeah, yeah. It's the CITs that keep everybody awake at night, right?
That's right.
without question.
So you changed to, and we talked a little bit about what commerce solution really means, and I think that's probably the biggest telltale of this whole merger, is that you're so much more than just, processing payments. Right?
Well, J.D. Power said that 35% of dealers are already surcharging, but there's still 65% of dealers that either are on the fence or maybe they're doing it incorrectly. So we've created a compliance assessment for them to make sure that they're doing it the right way. You've heard me preach that a lot from this chair. There's still some very specific guidelines that they have to follow.
Sure.
But moving way past payments and way past surcharging is really, like Tom was alluding to, all of the various solutions now that we can bring to the stores.
Sure, sure. How do you see the dealership financial ecosystem evolving, and what will dealers need from their technology partners to stay ahead of all of this?
Well, we're finding that a lot of stores and their customers are asking for additional ways to pay. And we know that there are a lot of customers that are asking for Venmo and PayPal and Cash App and some of these options, as well as crypto. We were just with all the ATA presidents last week, and they have questions about it. And luckily, we are endorsed by 19 of those state associations, and so they look to us for those answers. But certainly, we want to be a resource to any and all dealers across the country around those, what we've dubbed as the universal wallet, so the additional payment types, and really helping them understand how to navigate that. And the great thing is having it all in one place. So one deposit, as opposed to having a relationship with all those different type companies, it all comes into one place.
Sure, sure.
And all these evolving payment types, which are being driven by consumer demand, create complexity on the back end. If I'm receiving payments by crypto, which we're going to enable, all the digital wallets, Cash App.
I'm addicted to all of those apps too.
And
even right down to valet parkers now. When I pull up, I'm like, "You guys got Cash App right?" Because I have no cash on me.
Right.
And the demographic is such that that's only going to become increasingly in demand.
Absolutely.
Well, now I have to reconcile all those payments in.
Yeah.
Having a system that enables me not just to reconcile in an automated fashion credit debit, but all these other payment alternatives, and then have visibility to cash flow on a moment's notice across all my departments, across all my locations. That's just managing your commerce environment in a different fashion. And that's really been at the thrust of our evolution to a commerce brand, because that's what we enable, and we do it at scale across 160 billion plus in total payments volume, and
160 billion.
Yeah, across the organization.
That's incredible.
And automotive, we're keen on delivering solutions because that fourth largest industry by GDP in the U.S. So it needs it.
Yeah,
it needs it
for sure. And as you all both know, time is money. So if it's typically we're taking too long to get these things processed and get credit for your cash, you're in trouble as a dealer, right? Because you're counting on that, not every day, almost every minute, that cash is available to you and being processed.
We found that the average dealer has 12 banking relationships, and so being able to see all of those and connect them into one place. We were talking to a Ford store the other day. He wants to know, can I connect my Ford Motor Credit? Can I connect my Ford credit card? Can I connect my Sunbit?
Yeah.
All of these different pieces to see in one command center. So those are the cool things that are coming down the pipe.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's huge for a dealer today. I mean, it's 2026. Why haven't we had something like this, right? It's crazy.
No doubt. Could you imagine every day having to log into 12 bank portals to see what's going on?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So look, eliminating that, but also we're doing it in a way where it complements your existing bank relationships, where you can still use your purchase cards that you have with your bank.
Sure.
And it connects into your DACA accounts for all of your floor plan finance or other financing means. That's just a demand that's being put on technology providers in our space, and we know we're going to meet the demand.
Yeah, for sure. My next question was actually how are CFOs and controllers benefiting from the new way of doing business, but you've kind of answered that already. Do you want to add to it?
First of all, surcharging is how I got the opportunity to really be a part of the payments industry.
Sure.
And we know that is still very popular. There's so much momentum still with surcharging. Dealers are still not doing it correctly, but I think with all of the FTC and all the scrutiny they're under, that it really demands an even more credible partner as they navigate all of these different pieces. So you take the processing and the credit card processing and surcharging and make sure they're doing that the right way. But then you make their systems more graceful and less fragmented. They're just going to make their day-to-day life much more simple.
Yeah,
and look, it's also, I think it's all about flexibility.
Yeah.
Right. We like to say choose your adventure at Priority, and for those who want to surcharge, you can surcharge. Maybe you have stores where you're not going to surcharge because of the brand, and others where you will. All that flexibility persists in one location. You choose your adventure, but in the way cash flow comes in, hey, that is very programmatic.
Yeah.
You can control exactly how that occurs.
Sure.
How much you want to retain for excess cash flow, how much you want to sweep into your traditional bank accounts.
Right.
So it really provides a tool set to controllers and the accounting team up to the CFO that that they can program it in a way that fits their business.
Right. You mentioned the brands to being compliant with brands as well on surcharging. Talk to me about that.
So we found that there's a couple of manufacturers that just want to shy away from surcharging, and those are some of your luxury brands. And so there's certain brands that we oftentimes in those stores will only surcharge maybe in the finance department. I do want to make note though, in California you cannot surcharge in the finance department at all. So, and if there's any questions on the different states and complexity in and around that, certainly we want to be a resource to them on that, for sure.
Is it just something that the luxury brands feel as though the customer might not take to it too kindly?
It's interesting because we have some exotic brands. I mean, that they want their American Express points, and so the dealer really likes having surcharging because they have their customers asking for it. And then there's other luxury brands that just don't want to do it, or maybe not in the parts and service department. So the nice thing, like Tom mentioned, we can customize it for your particular brand. I mean, we have a 12-store group, for example, where they have some luxury stores that one luxury store will not do it. The manufacturer shies away from it.
Okay.
But then all the others, they can pick and choose if they want it in some or all departments.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Tom, with upcoming potential crypto legislation happening, how do you think that will change the landscape of payments?
Well, I'm going to focus on a word you just used, potential changes, right? We just don't know what they're going to be.
Right.
And I think it's incumbent upon technology providers like us to just remain flexible, agile, and that's what we're going to do, because there's just uncertainty as to how it's going to evolve and resolve itself.
Sure.
But we need to handle them all.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm sure that you're working behind the scenes, that whatever they come up with, that priority is going to be there, right, for the dealer.
Without question.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's really what moves us past being just a credit card processor and really a partner, is they navigate customizing the best way the money moves through their stores.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Tom, talk to us. I'll give you final thoughts here before we close out the segment.
Priority is here to be your commerce partner, and what that means for us, we've already highlighted some of the the attributes that we want to bring, but those are going to change. So you need to have a forward-looking partner like us, and that's where we're going to be. On the lookout for changes, the evolution of our systems that we're prepared to bring before you ever need them.
Yeah.
And then hand them over to an automotive specialist who is going to make it work within your dealership.
Sure. And I happen to know who that automotive specialist is. So what are your final thoughts? What do you want to leave the dealers with today on this topic?
Well, I'm so grateful to have been in the car business for the last 22 years and to be able to take my vision of saving dealers money. On the surcharging side, we've saved the dealer body over $110 million.
Wow.
And to be able to take this and take it to the next level and see what the next chapter can be, and really have these great conversations with dealer principals and CFOs that just really need some solutions, and us to be able to have the technology and the partnership to be able to bring that. So that's really exciting for me to see where it can go.
That's great.
Yeah.
Tom Priore, Chairman and CEO of Priority Commerce, and Amberly Allen, Managing Partner of Priority Commerce Automotive. Folks, these are the kinds of solutions that we want to be bringing you here at CBT News. You may want to take this segment here and forward it to your comptroller, have a meeting about it. You might have issues that you don't even know about. I know when I was running dealerships, I often fell into that situation that I didn't know what I didn't know. Sometimes it happened to be in the area of money and cash flow. So highly recommend that if you've got questions in this area, or if you just want to reach out to these two and say, hey, come on into my store and tell me where I might be missing an opportunity here, not just for a savings, but also on a compliance side, which, as we all know, is a very hot word these days. So, folks, thank you so much for joining me on the show. This is great. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.